If you ain't talking money, then I don't want to talk.
Still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Tell them still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Tell them still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Tell them still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them. Treat them like Jack boys, catch them slipping and slam them.
Get ready for the most glamorous event of the year, the U2B Streets Awards 2025, February 9, 2025 at Lenon Midtown, located at 641 West 42nd Street, New York City. Join us at 12 p.m. for the pre-show red carpet extravaganza and a chance to win $500 in our fashion contest. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., enjoy the Gold Tier experience with speakeasy confessionals, press interviews, and premium cocktails. At 4 p.m., the Platinum Tier includes performances, a comedic host, an award ceremony, dinner, and gift bags. From 8 p.m., the Diamond Tier features a VIP after party with a DJ, aerial dance, fire performances, and gift bags. 24 YouTube categories and many nominees. Can't attend in person? Stream the entire event live on Hush and Move Media via Uscreen for just $9.99. Get your early bird tickets before September 15, 2024. Visit now. Be a sponsor. Be extraordinary. Be there. Be great.
Welcome, fam. Welcome back to another show. That will be the last showing that this was today. If you didn't get to see it, or if you didn't get to go to it, you get to see it vis-a-vis through YouTube. I believe it's $10, but also for you Philadelphia Eagles fan, congratulations on a well-earned victory, 40-22. Mahomes stunk it up from the first half and almost stunk it up in the second half. So the score was 40-22 at the very end. Everyone won the over. The over was like 49. So everybody won the over. And of course, it was +7 for Eagles. For the Chiefs were favorite. Chiefs were the favorite. Congratulations, Jalen Hurts. He finally got the monkey off of his back. Now, with that being said, I hate it. But anyway, for that being said, this will probably, I don't know. I keep saying it's going to be the last time I even mention this dude's name. Let me put myself on camera. This would probably be the last time I even mention this dude's name because it's quite obvious. What's up, Montrose? What's up? It is quite obvious that this dude, Lenon Honor, is very obsessive. And just yesterday, I'm not going to play it all, but I'm going to play just like a few minutes of it. This you thought obsessed was the norm or at normal from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. This dude will not. This was a non-stop show. A non-stop show about We-On-Loc. Who the I don't know why I'm complaining. Because, hey, Lisa, what did he say about your last time? Oh, and by the way, speaking of which, remember that woke Christian guy? Well, one of his flunkies said something on the timeline saying that he left an email, an address for me, and I wouldn't accept his offer. I'm like, didn't I not put up the link right when he came in my chat? He came into my chat with eyes open, and I sent him the link. Didn't I not send him the link, Lisa? The word, what's happening, brother? What's happening? Didn't I not send him the link? And didn't I not request him to come up? Did he not falter under the pressure? Well, thank you so much. More than once. So if any woke Christian lovers out there who want to grab onto this dude's nuts so bad and give him the word, go ahead and spread the word. It happens. Go ahead and spread that word a little bit, my guys, and tell him you come on back and we can have the conversation. Otherwise, you keep doing Umar content and I'm gonna keep doing Christian content. It's only fair. But let me handle some business real quick. I shall, because I could probably just wait a second. I can do this without going back. Hold on a second. Because I gotta put this in. Share, subscribe to the channel, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We-On-Loc Nation. I looked at that whole. Listen, I looked at that whole Super Bowl. That Super Bowl was just terrible from the get-go. It was terrible, just freaking terrible. Bridget, how you doing? Look, I'm not gonna do any Lenon content right now. I'm just gonna switch gears. I'm gonna switch gears real quick, and I'm gonna go about a different direction. Why does everybody hate on Carissa Shields? Just ask me this one question. Why does everybody hate on Carissa Shields so bad? She is a reigning defending champion. A reigning defending champion, and these Negroes are straight hating on the fact that not only is she rich, not only is she a reigning defending and has damn near all the belts that they can give her, but she has Pat Poose. She has Pat Poose by her side. A man that obviously whatchamacallit didn't want. So I guess Carissa Shields has it for the time being, but these Negroes here just straight hating on Carissa Shields. I'll even show you. But fair use. I'm like, God damn.
Functional as it is, you probably get into upper class, upper middle class black women. Maybe a lot of
but newsflash, them nurses be thoughts too. So
they're hood chicks. They just hood chicks with a nursing degree.
that's all I'm getting.
Well, they still. I bet you they go on their lunch break. They gotta go see their man. A lot of times they go to the block.
Because you talking shit. Why don't you put some money in my books? Put some money in the cash at me, so I can get another mic, nigga. Put some money in my books, nigga.
I'm saying though, bro. In most cases, hood chicks, they can only be handled by niggas from the hood.
That's
so they're going to gravitate back to that. So again, my question is, and I don't know the backstory of Papoose. You know, I just know, that he rapped and he rapped funny as hell with the big words and all that. I don't know the backstory on him, but I can only assume that he ran the streets as well. So if Remy Ma is in the streets, they both in the streets. That's why they clicking. Aside from that, what made her a bad fit for him? Because for him to marry her, they had to be happy.
Yeah, I don't think there was a bad fit. I just think he was.
The thing that made it a bad.
Okay, people make bad decisions, bad choices all the time. But in this case, I would severely say, well, you said the GOAT, all love this way. Yeah, definitely. She from the 303. My neck of the woods, 303. Detroit. Well, I'm from Lansing, so Route 517 here. Whatever. We're still in the same state. But anyway, yeah, I ain't got no hatred for her, but what I'm saying, it is what it is. I still say that, at some point, maybe in an exhibition round, 3 rounds, 3 minute, 3 rounds exhibition, her and Layla Ali can do it out, because at this point, Layla, she about to be 50, or she is already 50. So I don't even see it happening at this point, because Carissa Shields, she's at her prime right now. She's having the time of her life, and big ups to the girl. But the one most important thing that to me that resonates with me is that she may or may not find true love. But I'm all in hopes that she has found true love. But again, the hate, the sheer hate for this woman is so real.
The thing that made it a bad fit for me, looking at it, is anytime they went up public eye, the way she treated him, right? And I'm like, bro, that's a red flag. She treated him like she was a bully. You know what I'm saying? And like he didn't. They did the reality show. And it's like, bro, you making yourself look like a sucker, man. And that's kind of how it turned out. You know what I'm saying? When she played him with the rap dude. You know what I'm saying? They go into different battles, and he's sitting there rapping about the scenario, and Papoose had to run up on him, and you know what I'm saying? Give him a 1-2, I heard. Yeah.
They had to do that. I don't know why. Look, do y'all think if people have a dysfunctional relationship, do y'all think they should break up?
Depends. Sometimes two dysfunctional people work in harmony. So
that's what I'm saying. A lot of times we see things and we think, oh, they shouldn't be together because of X, Y, Z, and we might be right, but it don't matter if we right. That's who they want to be with.
And then I would like to say that sometimes people just put up a show for the cameras, you know.
Yeah, different weight classes and so I don't know what got featherweight, heavyweight. I know she's not a heavyweight. She's more like a middleweight. But she's broken records. That's all I'm gonna say. She is definitely broken records. She's gotten some mental training from none other than Mr. 50-0, Mayweather Jr. himself. Wish her the best of luck. And she's got going from there. I don't see any competition. That's why the women's division is just so narrow, because I don't see any competition with her, especially with her. I don't know, maybe I don't know. I just don't. I mean, maybe some Mexicans can come along and try to try to give her that L. But just like with Mayweather, get them up, set them up, don't knock them down, straight up.
We have no idea how these people communicated with each other behind closed doors. What caused him to get along? If a man is going to wait for a woman to come out for during the 6-year bid, he must be in love with her. She must be doing something right. I can't put myself in his shoes. I don't know him. I don't know what she did to him for him.
Let's skip to the part where how she first interacted with all this Papoose Remy Ma bullshit.
Oh, really gets on my nerves. That grinds my gears. Grinds me so bad. Is that when y'all think I give? Listen to me. I do not give a about so much. And then the kid, y'all think that because I respond, I give a. I don't give a. I be bored responding. Needed something to do. I done worked out 2 hours straight. The rest of my day is free. I'm on an all fruit damn detox. I don't give a.
Whoa, that's straight. That's strange coming from you. You say black women don't have any discipline? Oh, you see the title. Oh, I'm gonna give it to you. My bad. You already. No, because you'll see it. I'll explain it to you in a little bit. I will definitely explain it to you. I'll explain it to you on the next segment. And it was one of those. As a matter of fact, it's somewhat like if you how do I explain it? If you review it in the same pattern as this video versus the other video that I'm going to play. In a short few minutes, these people often talk about how undisciplined a woman is, how short-sighted a woman, how she will, the talk, they're very masculine, they're not feminine, and they're not disciplined enough, they need blah 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 blah, they don't want to get married, blah, blah, blah. Some of these women need to be shamed. So it came across as whining. It came across as whining and complaining. But then somebody mentioned in one of the videos, like I said, where I was going to play, someone mentioned that the discipline overseas, right, is much, much different than the discipline over here in the United States, which there is no quote unquote discipline. And that's in Amir, some half white, half Arab woman, she kind of like brushes it off when she's asked the question. When she's asked the question, what is discipline like in her neck of the woods, she wouldn't say, because she knows how brutal how women get treated over there overseas versus here in the United States. Because if you have not noticed, or if you have not read it, if you have not watched CNN, if you have not watched any YouTube videos or anything like that, women get shamed a hell of a lot different. They get pushed around, shoved around, have their veils tore off of their faces. If they were to, say, go outside their marriage or fornicate, they would be shamed in a horrible, horrible facet. And this is one of the reasons why they came up with that 4B movement over there. I think it was in Taiwan or something like that. But this is what the men want. The men want to shame so badly, so vehemently, the women over here, the black women over here. Will you be disciplined? Will you be so kind as to be disciplined, is to take orders from a knuckleheaded nigga? I ought to take a survey. I ought to start doing surveys. Will you be able to submit to a person and will be happy to submit, like they say in the church, give with sheer gladness, to submit with the sheer gladness to marry this man, treat this man with respect, right? And put all that money in the pot so you don't get to make the decisions. He gets to make all the decisions. Quite interesting. You don't really want to say no.
Don't ever think that because I respond to you that I care. I don't give a fuck about you, about her, about him. I don't give a fuck about nothing. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because I don't.
So she said that she didn't care about Papoose. That's what she said, right? When everything was going down, it was going back and forth and all these messages, and just, she said she didn't care about. She didn't care about it. Fast forward, they wind up together. There was a fight was this past weekend, right? And we can kind of see where Papoose was playing a supportive role. I think he performed during the show. He was doing all type of things. And this is what it looked like.
That's a good question. Does he know how to make the right decisions? But even if you have a little bit of input, just a little bit of input, it will possibly be looked at like, but then again, it'd be ignored. I don't like to have a woman that doesn't have a mouth. God gave you a mouth to speak. If I can't, it's called communication. If I can't communicate with you, then I might as well be talking to a machine.
You guys can see that's back. Who's right there with the hat? He's in the background, of course. You know, it's a fight.
She looked good. She looked good when she was great. She looked.
Studying on him, okay? Yeah, first of all, I keep telling you, motherfucker, y'all know what the fuck they fucking me. Don't pick out with me, I'm not the one.
Little boy papoose right there.
Oh, she wear makeup and wigs and oh, she trying to be too cute. I'm a white motherfucker.
Okay.
I don't care how I look, I'll be this ass.
How do you feel about her though?
Oh my God. Listen, she got me in the corner over there.
You wish you had. Hey, she got box of eyebrows, man.
Shut up, Swing. I almost forgot. She did a little bit of MMA. Yes. And she performed okay. She performed okay. But she had realized that it's, boxing ain't the same. MMA is not the same as boxing. It's too much wide open space. So at any point in time, I can literally just cut you off, right? When I'm in the boxing ring. But when I'm in MMA, you have this much wide space. So any punch you try to throw at me, I can nearly do anything that I want. I can take you down, take you down. Well, 90% of the time you're going to be taken down in MMA. 90% of the time. The Gracies did it. Shamrock did it. The Shamrocks did it. Dan Severance did it. I mean, the only people that actually stand up is Vador. Well, Vador, and I think it was either Vador. It was Vador, but it was another person. But anyway, John Jones. John Jones knew how to get you down to the ground, but he was orthodox, so he can stand you up and beat you standing up, or he can beat you on the ground. Either way. That's why I like John Jones. Right? But Carissa Shields she knew how to swing, but once I look at tape, once I study tape on you, once I study your movements as an MMA fighter, and I'm in that ring with you, preparation is right there. Preparation is key. Somebody didn't tell Carissa Shields that it's just more than just boxing. You can use your legs, your elbows, your knees, not your head. This isn't shoot fighting. But at any rate, she did okay. She did okay as an MMA fighter. If she would have kept it up, she would have not dominated, but because there's a lot of girls who, really know how to get it. Cyborg is one of them. And Rodriguez. Cyborg and Rodriguez are the ones that can actually get it. But let's continue.
You got a fight round. Like shit, you got a type. You got a type. She's got a type motherfucker. I believe her.
I'm gonna tell
she can.
Hold on, before y'all get into it, let me just go to these.
Oh, and I hope that whole Jake Paul thing was fake. I hope she ain't serious. But then again, I don't like Jake Paul. So if she beats the shit out of Jake Paul, which is highly unlikely, but let's just say she actually knocks him out. Well, I'll be celebrating. I would celebrate. Woo-hoo. I would grab some champagne and celebrate. I mean, fuck her being a woman. It's a matter of fact of Jake Paul got his ass whooped once again by not only by a melanin person, but by a black woman. That would be something to celebrate for. And so now I won't have to hear shit about a fucking Jake Paul, but I hope that wasn't serious.
A few things right here. And one of them did get put in there, but I saw this up on like the Bowles page. We wound up putting this on there. One of my homegirls said that Papoose is the best support boyfriend ever. Not the support boyfriend, like he's just there holding the purse and cheering from the sidelines. Good ninjas will always be cheated on. Sometimes a good guy. I love hip hop described this ninja as a service animal. He knows how to play his role and win. Supporting your lady is a joke in 2025. Crazy how times have changed. Let's go to get into it, man. So Clarissa Shields and Papoose. They say he's the best support boyfriend. He's taking the back seat, similar to how her ex was.
What does that mean? What the hell does all that mean? I mean, he is right. Times have changed. What? He is so supportive. He is so supportive that, I mean, ain't that the right thing to do? He is so supportive that he doesn't read between the lines. Is that what that's supposed to mean? In these days, it's just, I don't know. It's like I'm so glad that I'm married, man. At the same time, I mean, my marriage ain't perfect, but at the same damn time, it's like, damn. If I'm single, it's like, am I cursed for just being a good guy? Like, what do I do? What do you do? What do you do if you're a woman? What do you do if you're a woman? You're going to this 24. You're going to the 24/1 thing, and you get balloon pops and everything. It's just a whole bunch of mess at this point. Whole bunch of mess, and then you got, and it's what's worse is you got a whole bunch of married dudes. You got a whole bunch of dudes. Most of them are married. And I'm talking about this panel right here. Just whining and complaining. For what? What?
There are a lot of people saying that she don't care about him. It's just his turn. Let's get into it. Go ahead. We all know you were trying to say something.
Excuse my French, but Clarissa Shields is a nigga bitch.
Nigga bitch.
All these nigga bitches, yeah. Hostile men like Papoose. I'm not mad at it because that's who they're tailor made for. That's they fit. So is dysfunctional as it is for people like us, learning it and thinking how crazy it is. Who else are you going to pair a nigga bitch with? You can't pair him with a masculine dude because that ain't gonna work. It's gonna be too much. You hear? I personally, I don't like women that use profanity a lot. So that walking down the aisle, down the hall, cussing like that, being a boxer to begin with, that profession, right, none of that work for me.
Oh, now she got to fight the nigga eyebrows, man. Yeah. Look at the eyebrows, bro. She look like Floyd Mayweather in the eye.
No, she just got out. That's after the fight. This is after the fight right here.
Nah, that's before.
No, that's after. Yeah.
Yeah, when he asked her, how'd you feel when you dropped her?
Yeah.
I watched the whole fight. I watched them walk out. Listen, Clarissa, she's probably the best female boxer we ever gonna see. She's won all the belts, and just like Will said, that is not a track. You know what I'm saying? That's great for her, but that's not something that I personally would be looking for. Those are not the qualities that I like out of a woman. However,
so you said make a perfect kid behind closed doors?
Hey, he probably could, but who wants to deal with that? I'm
No.
cool.
Yeah, hey, there's nothing wrong. And like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Support. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being with a woman who knows how to defend herself. There's totally nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, most niggas nowadays are so afraid that they would get their ass whooped by a woman. It's like this. That's unacceptable. That's totally unacceptable to get. I'll never get. I'll do this. Not do that. Layla Ali is married to a man. They're both boxers. They're both professionals. She at times has gotten, a lot of times has gotten the best of her husband. Does her husband mind that? No. That's a man. Obviously, that's a man that obviously cares. Obviously gives a shit. But nah, these people just want a young, tender, not underage, but just barely getting to 18 type of a woman who is not nearly as developed here. Oh, she's developed everywhere else, but here, not so much. And this type of behavior has carried over 2024. I'm going to share you a story, if I could, real quick, to tell you what the dangers are. First, Lisa said, it's not funny at all. Remember, the same things that can make you laugh can make you cry. I believe that. She has earned her money and doesn't need a man these days. And that's the statement right there that makes me want to puke. Not because you said it, is because this is how this world is now. And you can only save but so much. You can only save but so many people. It's just what it is. This world's gone crazy. But the story was that I forgot what video it was I was seeing today, and I commented on. Oh yeah, it was the same one where Amir was on. I was like, "Black queens forever, snow bunnies never." Right? Yeah, that was a whole little. That's what I mainly said, and it was like, and not everyone, but people who comment in the comment section normally just it just gets no ignorant and non-nutrition than someone saying that Black women are merely nothing but a shell of themselves. And you would change your mind one day, meaning me. I would change my mind. And I said, almost, I mean, me knowing this woman for damn near 30 years, been married to her for now 16 years. I don't see it. Nah,
I don't see fading anytime soon. So I hope you're right. I hope you're right. This is how. This is where society is, and this is why I say, if I were to go to another, if I were to go to a different country, I think things would be a little bit different. Although I had to learn the language and whatever, I had to know how specific things work. I would definitely try to chance it. Why? Because over here is too. It's so toxic. It's so toxic to the point where dating isn't required anymore. That's strange. Or maybe, oh, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it's just the internet. Maybe it's just the internet, and people look at things a little bit differently in the outside, and they don't necessarily go out into the outside world, and they don't study the outside world. But I do. Even though I hate these interracial relationships, that's all I nearly see. I saw it today when I was at work, and I saw a whole bunch of couples being with each other and having fun, and, being a little too overly aggressive, like get a room, but like just having fun and just having a good time with it. That's all I see. Maybe it is the internet, but then again, maybe it's not the internet. Maybe we are living in a time of where we, practiced just fornication and not marriage, because this is what people want nowadays, is they want to get married just to fornicate. Does that make any sense to you? That's what they want to do, is just marry just to fornicate with one another. And then you wonder why she is a miserable human being. Have you ever seen, real quick, planning negative thoughts trying to get you to question your marriage? Have you ever seen the War of the Roses? I want everybody to see the War of the Roses. The War of the Roses is one of my favorite movies. Please go see that. Let's continue.
Look at them
I
shows.
don't know,
You know what I'm saying?
Why? Because I thought you would make this good.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm with him. I'm not going
attractive
to.
though.
I definitely do it, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can say that it's not attractive just off the strength of this.
I said to me. I said it's not attractive to me.
Okay,
I don't like, because you know what I mean. It's super masculine. All she do is talk about beating up somebody. She thinks she can fight men. She thinks she, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like Clarissa Shields as a female boxer, but she run her mouth too much. We know that, you know what I'm saying? And that's that. Like, it's just not attractive from a woman. It's super masculine. You dig what I'm saying? And that's disgusting to me from a woman.
When you first got locked up, you and Pat wasn't married yet.
Hey, it gets worse. I mean, it gets it gets worse from there. But I want to go ahead and queue up the video, because I mean, I've heard so much negativity in the past 24 hours. And of course, let's get to what everybody's been looking at, which I was going to do a little later on in the show. But the Kanye West and Bianca situation. Everybody's seen it. Everybody was focusing on it.
right? Everybody with the scene and everybody was focusing on it. And everybody's seen the hypocrisy upon what had happened. And that was the most weirdest shit I could ever see. But before I get to that weird shit, support. Hit the like button. As one Shush Trish would say, smash it. Smash it. Smash it. Support. Oh, the times we live in. Oh, God. Sidebar. I even asked, do we still have CD players anymore? And I was like, no, you got to go through Apple. I was like, Apple for what? Apple for what? We got Apple just to play music. It's like $10.99 every month. When I can buy a CD and it's mine forever. Oh, you haven't seen it? Bridget, Bridget, I know you've seen it, Bridge. I know you've seen it, Bridge. So this is kind of hard to explain. Mainly the woman Kanye West is married to right now. She came to the music awards bucket naked. And if you don't believe me, it is. And they can't show it all. I don't think they can show it all. But I thought at first it was a man-made dress. But it wasn't a dress, all right. It was a see-through. It was a see-through. I'll play.
She looked like she was naked, even though she was wearing a dress. On February 2nd, the rapper 47, Kanye's 47, attended his first Grammys red carpet in 10 years alongside his wife, 30. The shocking moment quickly made headlines. Beyond
the reasoning, and this is what I got out of it. The reasoning behind that was for advertising. Even though he's, Adidas has broken away from him and some other organizations have broken away from him, he is still repping Yeezys. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. How he's promoting it. He's promoting it like he's been promoting it in the past when he did the Kardashians and shit. So with his wife or whatever, and she's only 30 years of age, right? If you go on to his, I think you go on to his IG. If you look hard enough, you'll see that he is still repping the Yeezy. Basically, a promotion. It's a promotionary thing. But let me not. You do your own research. This is some weird shit. This is some weird shit.
Bianca, who arrived in a large fur coat, undressed on the spot, and posed for the cameras in a completely sheer dress without a bra or underwear underneath. Bianca's outfit unveiling appeared to be part of the couple's plan to recreate the album cover of West's record Vulture 1, which displays a woman wearing a thong and thigh-high boots with her back to the camera. West and Bianca did not attend the show following their stunt. West choosing to get in his car and leave after walking the carpet, despite reports stating that they've been removed from the event. So I was seeing some things circulating out there about he was kicked out because of this stunt. But before I play this next clip, let's go ahead and get into it. One of the questions I was asked was, would you let your lady go out like that? I said, these people are entertainers. There's a little bit of difference. I wouldn't personally, allow my woman to go out like that. But people are different. But what are you guys' thoughts about that? Would you let your woman go out dressing new like that and using her as a piece?
Me personally, if you go out like that, you ain't my woman no more. But women are pretty much doing that anyway. I mean, y'all don't see the red carpets and how these women be dressing and how revealing they be. It's ridiculous. Now, obviously, Kanye pushed the envelope with that. That's as far as you can go. I mean, there's no further you can go unless you're just wearing dental floss. But
I mean, dental floss would have been covering up more.
Kind of.
Yeah, because she have no nothing.
You the way these women dress nowadays, bro, is like, what are we talking about? They're damn near nude anyway.
I would tell you to shut the fuck up, but my zip is stuck, so I just get tired of certain individuals. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But Lisa, this is for Lisa. So here, let me see. Did I? No, I went back to it. My bad. It is for Lisa. Get the barf bag. Let's go ahead and get the barf bag and enjoy it. Fair use. Fair use. Okay, you get the point. What? You get the point. You get the point. You get the point. So that's where we're at. That's where the fuck we're at. That boy may be nutso. Something's not right upstairs, but he is believe it or not, he knows what he's doing. Believe it or not, no shame. Oh, again, I thought at first I was looking and I said, is that an actual dress? Because some people wear those dresses that thinking that they're butt naked, but they not, because they actually have some type of thing showing. But it's like, she said, why? I told you why. Marketing. This is a marketing strategy for him in his mind, which again, I had to. I think they'll play it. I think. Hold on.
You, whatever, like Kanye seems to be one of those types that whatever come to his mind, he's gonna do and don't care about how anybody else got to, you know what I'm saying, think about it. So I mean, it seemed like it's worked out pretty well for him. So whatever.
Yeah, Kanye can't get in trouble with nothing he do because we're not shocked by anything that he does. He's created that lane where Kanye
like
can't do no wrong.
Y'all better be glad that's all he did.
He don't respect that woman that he called his wife.
Whoa, he ain't supposed to respect her. She's supposed to respect him. He's supposed to love her, man.
He's no better than a pimp pushing it.
Wait, who Who was praising Hitler? Kanye was praising Hitler?
The girl out there for the show.
Kenny, he's supposed to love her, not respect her. You think she demanding respect from him?
Okay. So what woman really has say with a powerful man who is calling the shots?
Thank you. You get with a powerful man, you don't expect a powerful man to respect you. That's not why you get with a powerful man.
Okay, so women don't bring their requirements to men of great wealth and ilk. Those are the men that dictate what they want and how they want it.
I didn't work this hard to be answering to you.
Okay, fair.
Want to be in my world? This is how it is. Get with it or leave.
Okay, so now I can't see you putting the wife title on something that you treat like trash.
How did he treat her like trash? I'm confused. Where's the trash?
Okay, so if I take the biblical route, you're not supposed to be doing that to your wife.
Oh, okay, hold on, bro. Who said it was his idea? How you know it ain't her idea?
Okay, he is too headstrong and egotistic for have anyone tell him an idea to push.
Okay, so you telling me if he was still with Kim Kardashian, do you think Kim, if she wasn't on this whole legal thing now, do you think Kim would have done something like that?
Why do you think she got away from him?
Hold on. Do you think Kim would have pulled a stunt, something similar to what she did?
No.
Man, you out your damn.
Well, I think so. When she was with him, she would have, because that's what he pushes. He pushes the envelope, and he makes them push the envelope.
So, Laura, you asked me now.
Hold on.
I think she drunk the juice real quick. I think she drunk the juice, but she realized she didn't like how sweet it was, and she got away from that.
Hold on. Tired of this shit.
4 kids later.
Doesn't matter.
4 kids later, she realized.
Got tired of it.
Bro, she knew.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, look. Who put that sex tape out? Did Kim Kardashian put that sex tape out, or did Ray J?
Her mama.
Okay, you think she put it out without her daughter's knowledge? You think she just?
No.
Wait.
No,
So
we know the story. She made them do it over because they didn't like the first one that came out. They all playing it together.
Kim Kardashian. This is who Kim is. Now she may have this little front and stunt or trying to change her image now, but that's exactly who Kim was. That woman on that red carpet. That's Kim Kardashian.
Okay,
that's just not Kim Kardashian.
Okay, so let's make an adjustment here.
But look, bro, but that's besides the point. You know what I'm saying? I think like Kenny was saying, she got tired of it. It kept, when you trying to at least, like, you see she went a different route with her career, right? Ye was still doing all the Kanye-isms. You know what I'm saying? He was doing all the extra over the top. And when that stopped working with her, he went and got one. And I mean, he always got this girl out there naked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Lord, you know when it's not when she
don't want to do this. Why y'all acting like she don't want to do this?
So it's a video of her before they was together where they show her doing lots of photo shoots like this and like some stocking type of stuff. She do a lot of new photo shoots.
Yeah, so why y'all acting like this is him?
She do it. I think Amber Rose would have did it. Yeah. Anybody who was with would have probably.
Them the kind of women he like.
No. I think that Kim left when she started fucking the bag up because he started talking about the wrong people. Yeah. That's when I think she left. She's definitely about her chicken, and
I don't think she ever
that's
liked
the only
him.
reason.
I don't think she ever liked Kanye. Honestly.
When she start tending,
you don't care if 4 kids to a motherfucker. You don't
4
kids.
Well, so let me explain what I'm saying is. I think that for her, proximity to celebrity equals celebrity, and kids from said celebrity will equal more fame and celebrity and make the show even more, make her prestige even higher. I think she had a history of finding famous black men, whether she liked them or not, having sex with them so she could publicly be seen with them to boost her social profile. And in doing so, she landed the biggest famous black man in Kanye. So she solidified that and rode that wave till she couldn't take it no more. And like, if you look at how she looked at him,
I don't know if her mom put the tape out or Ray J put the tape out. I think Ray J put the tape out because he admitted it to his own mother. He admitted it to his own mother right there in front of Brandy. That's what I think.
that's the look of a woman who don't love you and don't respect you, but she doing what she got to do because maybe the paper is right or it's beneficial at that time. But I think the writing was on the wall when women like Kim like being loved. They don't the way she used to look at him was like, this nigga's crazy. I'm disgusted. I seen an interview earlier, and if my wife looked at me like that, we'd have major problems. Like hell no. She looked at him in a way that was disrespectful without saying nothing.
All that was cool.
And let's be clear, I think she only had North, the rest was surrogates. So that's a couple dollars. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, you were saying she had 4 kids. Nah, you know what I'm saying? For them, it's a couple dollars. You feel me?
Okay, the perception of a parent with the kids, I would like to think that with the wild stuff that he was doing, also,
it's a possibility. Anything's possible. Like I said, Kanye is not only a musical genius, but a marketing genius as well. So that whole stunt could have been a publicity stunt from the beginning.
Pushed away, because let's not act like he isn't psychotic. You'll buy a house across the street from him.
That ain't psychotic.
I mean, if you got it though, I wouldn't call that psychotic.
Okay, so Will, you want to go down this road of all the psychotic things he's done since his mother died?
I mean, I'm saying, but I don't think that's a good psychotic.
It's not a good example. We don't have to we know he's psychotic.
I don't care how mentally deranged he may be. I'm trying to tell you, don't make it seem like it's his idea for everything that woman that he's married to does.
Never said that. Never went down that road.
You said he's pimping her out. He ain't pimping her out.
Okay, she was groomed by her mother. He took the reins, knowing that as for what he had right there. The dude is already unstable mentally and think he's art, the art god pushing risque things, and then you got to follow my.
This is just so terrible. It's so terrible how people like that just nitpick on we're talking about a celebrity who is worth $2 billion. We're talking about a celebrity. That money could fit in their house, could fit in all of our take all of our houses and fit them in his house. That this does not prove nothing. This does improve anything to anyone. It doesn't improve anything. What are we improving? We're always looking to celebrityism for confirmation. How they act, how they're supposed to act. Like, what? Because I can look at the mere Joe Schmo across from me. It's like, things are normal. Certain things are abnormal, but I mean, that's part of the norm. Jesus, we're talking about a billionaire. A billionaire who is not up all the way up there. But we're going to call him a simp. We're going to call Papoose a simp. Like, God, that's just... Papoose gets it the worst. Nelly, I'm surprised they ain't talked about Nelly. How he's 50 years old and married to Ashanti. Or engaged either way, whatever. How he's married to Ashanti. I'm surprised they ain't talked about him yet. Well, he better keep her. He better keep her, dog. And have her put all that money in one pot. How many would put the money in one pot? Be honest. How many would put, once you get married, with either give up all your earnings or just not work, period. Let's just put it that way. Not work and let him pay all the bills and let him wine you and dine you and possibly give you an allowance or something like that, like you're a mere child. B, you can work. It's just that You at the end of the day, you'll be answering to me, and at the end of the day, a third of your check will go to him. Will go to this one pot, right? So he as a man can make decisions. And quite frankly, what I heard through the grapevine is that if you do 50, if you go 50-50, if you and your mate go 50-50, then all the man's privileges are not all the way his. As a matter of fact, they're hers. That's bullshit. I go 50-50 all the time, and I make decisions, and she makes decisions too. Ain't that how it's supposed to work in relationships? Aren't you supposed to be the head of your household? I am the head of my house. But guess what? She's the head of the house too. The ones that are dependent are our children. That's how it's supposed to work. I am the king. She is my queen. That's how it's supposed to work. Two alphas can coexist at the same. When your grandpa and when your grandmother and your grandfather, both alphas, because they've been married for 30, 40, 50 years, aren't they two alphas? But this was way back, and I'm gonna concentrate. This is way back in the day, right? Doesn't that sound about right? They were both alphas, but there's only one alpha and one omega, and that's God, right? You would not be in position to be where you are if it wasn't for God himself. Which, by the way, I'm going to do something fun tomorrow. Definitely, I'm going to do something fun tomorrow. So I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. Just stay tuned. So, good Lord Jesus. Where did I do that? Let's review this.
I was hoping Black conservatives would be abandoning. And what I'm talking about, number one, is conflict resolution. Black Americans do not know how to resolve basic conflicts. Everything has to turn into a fight. I hate you forever. You got to draw lines. It's like you're this gang or that gang. And you still see it happening in politics.
Mm-hmm. Because see, Candace, you have trashed Black people. You have denigrated Black people. You have called us victims. You have danced before white conservatives. And you enjoyed your time on that stage, vilifying Black people, trashing Black people left and right. And now you actually want to come back and have conversations with Black people. And you want us to accept that. You want us to forget all of the things that you said.
Do y'all do this? Let's say the man make $55,000 a year. Over here, the women would try to push the man to increase his income threshold to increase the lifestyle, instead of saying, okay, we can just live here. Do y'all do that over there? Do y'all push them to?
The men do that, not the women. The women don't say, oh, baby, let's do this. No. Typically, they have the men work together. So if you have a man and you marry into a family, typically her father or her brother or her uncles, they have businesses, and you'll start working in the family business together. You'll network, and you may branch off, and then you have a network because you're working with them. This is how communities work together. You guys see how the Jewish always work together, how they always have each field in their group. That's the same way every other community does it. And I think Black people should be the same, where you have in your community, in your group, your main group, you have a doctor, an attorney, a chiropractor, a policeman, a judge. You need to have all of these things in your group. And if you're missing something, you need to get somebody to do that field, so you can always have something in your group. That's how you
You're
keep your
talking
race
about
and your
a
community strong.
mainstream community. What we do is, yeah, that's what I think a community is. You have all of these specialties and these experts in these positions that help out that circle. I think what we do over here is we would like to have that. We label community. We took it back. We label community as, okay, you just look like me. That's community. When I think community should be, not only do you look like me, your family handles textile industry or whatever. My family handles technology. His family handles crops and stuff like that. That family handles engineering or some shit like that, or the political field, and we all come together and we exchange resources. That's
Are you talking about the men or the women?
the community. Yeah, we still have the color, but we also have an exchange of resources between each other. I think that's what's missing over here. I think we lost. I think there's micro communities over here, like little small little pockets, that they identify and they work together. But as far as like, I think we just made it like, oh, we black pair, we are community. Well, that's the black community. But it's really there's no way to point to the account balance. Like, this is the black community's account balance. I think what we're doing is just look at all the average black people and we say this the average income, the average amount we retain by year, and that's the balance. Or
If you mess with one of us, you're gonna be in our group until you choose to get out. Like, if you're my friend, let's say it's McPherson and Shayna, you're my friend. You call me, Mira, my car is broke down. I don't know what to do. I send you, oh, okay, I know an Arab, body shop. Go to them. Oh, it's not gonna work. Okay, I know my uncle. He has a dealership. You can go get a car there. After that, oh, my house is it. Well, my family, we have a construction business. We can help you there. And it's all
y'all wouldn't go outside of it to like the white man or to the. Y'all wouldn't go get y'all hair from Chong, or y'all wouldn't go get y'all car.
Of course, you can always extend it. We have white people who do it too. But if you're looking for us,
my bad. I didn't mean. Sorry, Ali. I mean, you know what?
This nigga is
okay. I see
something
your
else.
comments too.
Yeah, he was wrong for that. So we go,
Well, what you get what I'm saying? Okay,
He couldn't come.
I need a coffee. If you like this content, like, share, subscribe. If you can hear the sound of my voice, I'm drained. I'm drained of these Negroes, this white bitch, this Asian bitch. I'm just drained. I'm triggered. I'm fluttered. I'm frustrated. And I don't even know why they have a network. Why? All you're doing is throwing around red pill rhetoric. That's all you're doing. It's just throwing around red pill rhetoric. And it does good for nobody. You're trying to pick up where Kevin Samuels left off. I'm just so ready to jump on board, and I'm just gonna act the damn donkey. And you're gonna see what a simp really does. Dude, a community full of people, they usually say it starts in the home, right? So when it starts in a home, like famous old grandma, famous old grandpa, they started a cooking business. My grandfather had his own bar and cooked the best chicken wings and fries you can ever even order. And then later on, his best friend later on had a barber shop right next to the bar. And then so on and so on and so forth. But a little later on down the line, you know, taxes was high and gentrification and all that other shit. And so they had to relocate. But it was still good enough. It was still good. I'm talking about for black people, especially in my family. Problem is, certain people, I mean, not all, but we just don't want to hold on to nothing. Or, excuse my friend, we don't want to pass things down onto our children anymore. It's quite disgusting. And yet you got this Arab broad making suggestions to black people that you really don't truly give a fuck about anyway. Because all these Negroes, especially the married ones, are praising you. And why is that? Because Darwin just wants to show his white side. He just wants to show his white ass. That's all he wants to do. Well, I mean, you can actually call them sellouts if you like, but I mean, if I say sellout, it's like, what are they selling out? Some dumbass will say, what are they selling out? You're basically selling out the mere fact that a white woman is more suitable telling a black woman how she acts. First, let me start off with this one. How she acts, how she behaved, or how she should behave, how she should cater to her man, like she often does over and over and over again, how a marriage should work. It was like, we're not in your country. That is a third world country that you escaped. Let me not sound FBA. That is a mere country that you came over here and basically took your teachings over here to the United States. I really don't mind. But none of this is equating to what black people have gotten going on. Black people have been bamboozled by the system for decades and decades and decades. And I have to say this for the sheer fact that we do not want to support one another. But that doesn't take away our strengths of how we build things, of how we make a significant amount of money. But these Lapeef clowns end up bringing white people on there to try to convince black women. That's the mere sheer thing on how things are on the outside world. Do you know how the outside world is? I've seen Arabs nearly cut the shit out of a woman's face because, number one, they're not allowed to fornicate. And if they're not married, they get shamed. Asians, well, they get beat around and tossed around like a rag doll. And you often complain about not putting your hands on a woman. Wait a second. Wait a second. These Negroes, especially here on the Peef show, are mad and upset. Mind you, they're married, mad and upset. It may not be them, but let's just say they're fronting. They're like supporting other men who you know supposedly want to get married and have a family or whatever, because it starts with family, right? But how the fuck are you going to have a family when you can't even discipline your own fucking self? How does that work? Let's just face it. You just want to marry to fuck. Let's just face it. This would be 100%. This would be 1,000%. That's all you want to do. You want to get married to have sex with a woman. No feeling, no intimacy, no nothing. That's all you want to do. And that's going against everything God has intended for us weak human beings. Is to get married, fruitful, and multiply. And you know you can't. You know you can't do. You know you can't do anything against the white man. So what's the next best thing? Weak women. We don't understand. We just don't understand it, man. In the year 2025, we just don't understand how women. We just gonna have to accept the realization that these women are just not human. Send them to me. If you don't want to even look in the direction of a woman with a mouth when she's trying to explain some things directly, when you ask a woman a question, isn't she supposed to answer with delicacy and with logical reasoning? Why can we not be logical? Well, we always talk about being logical. Logical this, logical that. And we're sticking to the topic, right? So why can this woman just speak her piece? Why can't she speak her mind? And you constantly keep interrupting her. Darren! Let's continue.
He ain't have a name in mind. You
Marcus, I knew you were laughing because I see my face.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row, Darwin, man. What you doing about?
Hold on, so y'all gonna really do that to me? Yeah. Oh, I've been through this, I feel like they holding him accountable.
Can I add something? This conversation is very interesting for me to observe, because everybody else on this panel is distinctly in their community. And as someone who's biracial and was raised biracial and intercultural, it's just so fascinating to see this tug of war of no, stay in the community, no, go out of the community, no, stay in the community. When it's, the conversation of, is it okay for everybody to step back and forth between each other is not really entertained. So I don't know. That's why it's hard for me to entertain this conversation, because it's so secular and that goes against my entire existence, right? So I don't know. That's why I've been kind of more.
What's your mix?
When you were talking about 90 Day Fiance, I love that show because I say my parents are like the 90 Day OGs, right? They've been married 40 years. My mom's from Korea and my dad's from the States. So it's like, everything that everyone is talking about mixing cultures and all this other stuff, it's like, that's the only thing I've ever known, right? So that's why I said in the comments, like, I get it, Amir's culture in the Middle East, women are not allowed to make those decisions. But in my personal opinion, if they were allowed to make those decisions, that I think we would see more blending. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But again, you can't change the laws, but I would hope that that's what would happen.
Are you talking about this? She said, "Go sit down somewhere." I think the last one was Mickey was like, and like I said, I'm drained of the shit. She said, you don't see what? You don't see the chat? Can you put the last chat tune up? I can't see it. Can you see it now? Yeah, make his comments right there. Hey. So basically he's saying, he or she is saying, at least note that Lapeef men are open to bring on non-black women to talk about the shortcomings of black women, but they won't bring on Arabs, Asians, or white men, white men, to discuss their shortcomings of black men. I mean, which is quite fair, but I mean, you'll be fighting a dead horse, actually. I put it on the screen, didn't I? This is exactly why I only go on a few channels. I mean, you don't have to say anything. You might be a little triggered. You might be a little triggered. But I mean, it won't affect you either way. It won't affect you any other way. Because all they'll do, I mean, of course, you get into the chat's gonna, and once you say something, if you don't say something that's in their best interest, they're gonna go against you that quick. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So be prepared to start fighting. I don't fight with anybody like that, right? My thing is to tell these motherfuckers to go straight to hell. And I'm talking about the chat, because the chat is undefeated. So you be fighting with the chat all night. You would literally be fighting with the chat all night long. So I would not encourage. But Bridget knows. Bridget, you've been there. You've been to, like, for example, Auntie's chat, right? When they had the purge. When they had the purge, the chat is undefeated. The chat is undefeated. Like, share, subscribe to the chat. Like, share, subscribe to the chat. The chat is so undefeated. It is ridiculous. I mean, they'll say anything. They'll talk about your dead mama. They'll talk, your lazy eye. That's what they do, because there ain't no consequences. There are no consequences. I need a couple of members. That's why I forgot to tell you. I need a couple of members, a couple of memberships. I need people to join. I need people to join in the facet. Please do this one favor for me. I need at least one this year, I'm sure. Yeah, it's wild. It's fucking wild. Let's continue.
For the future is more blending. But then I also know there's people on the panel that are totally against that, right? Like, we don't want our communities to mix. And so
people on this panel right here,
it appears that way, right? We don't ever really talk about it that much, right? So
blended. We are blended.
I don't know where you get that from, because
the statistic that's always thrown out is
it's a fair statement. It's a fair statement.
The statistic that's specifically always thrown out is that the majority of black men marry 95% of the black men that marry black women, right? And I'm the opposite demographic. Remember, I'm an Asian woman, and Asian women actually marry more outside of their race. We assimilate more marrying outside. So that's why I say my experience and my perspective hearing this conversation feels totally different than everyone else.
So what is your purpose? Would you marry a brother?
Well, my argument to that is, because I've had people say,
damn.
Listen. No, I'm gonna answer you. My argument when people say marry within your race, my exact reply is, show me the Korean and white community, because I don't even know where they're at. I have no choice but to date and marry outside of my race, right?
No, it's actually in California. They got a large like the military, bro. But never mind.
Yeah. So, but it's like I'm in Chicago. Come on, you know. So it's like I don't have a choice but to date outside of my race and to blend cultures. So it's like I'm a generation.
Is it safe to assume that because you in the black manosphere, your appetite for the color? I mean, not the color.
What was your question?
Did y'all hear
my shit the only one that's tweaking right now?
His question was, do you like black men? The answer is yes.
I think mine just did
Yeah.
the same thing.
I've only ever dated people of color. I've never dated white people.
And when we say people of color, because you know they got another layer, is it black or brown?
That's been my only problem. Sorry, I'm snacking on something. That's just been my only problem with Asians. Is like, why do you have to specifically touch us? Like, why should you be coming this way? Why? What's the purpose? What is the fucking purpose? And I asked this question of all men. I was like, what is your purpose of dating an Asian woman? What? All they're going to do is clown. And you think you will actually be accepted? Possibly in this day and age, not the way. Woo! Niggas, you got a lot to learn. Haven't you learned anything from white folks? Haven't you learned anything from what the fuck is wrong with people? You gonna learn today.
Both, but I lean toward the black community.
Okay. Kamsahamnida.
Yeah, Chamaneo. Oh, you know that.
Swirler. She's a swirler.
I was stationed in Tongdushon. Not Tongdushon. Was it? Yeah, Tongdushon. Camp Casey.
I got you. That was actually funny as well.
Like I feel like the future is eventually gonna have to be blended, where people are gonna have to compromise. So the solution being, if there was a way for the women in Qatar to marry outside, then maybe people would be happier, the men and the women.
Would you still consider marrying your own race? Because you know they say once you go black.
Where are they at?
Well, I'm just saying.
You got to go by people that came off the military bases, the white.
And I'm not fresh off the boat either. So you got to get like I was raised in the United States. So it's
You
like,
got your nearest Taekwondo dojo.
that's why I say I'm lightweight Korean. Like I'm not heavyweight Korean over here. So it's just
Did you say go to a Taekwondo dojo? Get the fuck
I didn't want to say get a pedicure. I tried to keep.
That's Vietnamese, not Korean. But I don't know where they're at. Like I legit don't. So if you find it, let me know.
Give me a second. Give me a second. How y'all doing right now? How are we doing? We play this. This is kind of a reactionary night, to be perfectly honest with you. Because I wasn't going to go in on Lenon tonight. I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy to go in on this nut job. This dude went live at 10 o'clock, possibly a little later on. He did a 9-hour live stream, only focusing on Umar, playing the same old, gurgitating the same old talking points, talking the same old bullshit. I don't have energy for it. But that doesn't mean I will not have the energy for a certain individual that I am trying to get. I'm trying to interview, possibly Tuesday or Wednesday. Dr. Shauna. If anybody has heard about Dr. Shauna, she is merely a go-getter. I mean, she tells it like what it is, and she is pretty much a healer. And she is married to a faithful man, a very strong man, and it shows in her videos. So Dr. Shauna it would definitely be an honor if I were to just have a couple of, we can have like a session or two. Let's have a session or two. She normally talks about relationships and so on and so forth, companionships. She's in a relationship. Like I said, she's in a marriage herself. So she is living proof, and I can definitely get her feedback on why the community is this way, the way it is right now. And we can talk about other things in between, but for right now, it's dire. It's needed. It's needed, and especially in our community. So it's definitely needed. So let me play this last little clip of Peeves, because there's plenty more.
Gives my perspective as a person who is used to seeing you guys. I see you guys, I see America, and I see us, and I wonder what's the problem that you guys have that we don't have, and what's the problem that we have that you guys don't have, if that makes any sense. We have issues in our culture. Middle Eastern culture has issues. We're not perfect, but American culture has issues with the women's. The women is the main problem, but they don't realize it.
That's ironic. I was in Lebanon. I used to live there for a little while. It's a club called Crocodile. You ever been there?
I don't go to clubs.
Oh, well, yeah, they had some hoes. They was on. Like like it's not just American.
That's not our culture. That's not our culture.
But
there are hoes that
in,
come to the country, like Asians. There's a lot of Asian hoes that come there. That's not our culture.
No, they was Lebanese. I ain't gonna say the girl's name because I actually bumped back into them in Vegas. Like,
okay, well, can I say something? You know, just because there's holes in every country, that doesn't mean that is our culture. And I didn't say that America is the whole culture. I said America, the problem is the feminism that you guys have here that's teaching women that they're more valuable than they are. They think that they're more valuable than they are.
So it said.
I just don't understand how someone, because where are you from? Lebanon? Do you live in the U.S.? Amir, do you live in the U.S.?
Sorry, I had myself on mute. Yes, I live in America now.
It's just hard for me to listen to your perspective because I feel like it's not, y'all ain't right over there in your own homeland. Like, it's all kind of, I mean, it's not right over there. So it's like, how can you come over here and talk about something that we built? And what I just feel like you have no gun in this fight.
You said that how can I come here and talk? I just told you that in the Middle East we have
you come from a failed homeland.
Do you want me to answer?
You fled your country. You are no longer there.
Do you want me to answer?
You are no longer there. You fled.
Okay, you can keep talking.
And you're now coming over here trying to tell us how to be. We got it. We got it. We're gonna figure it out. We see how y'all.
We got another FBA which is trying to tell a white woman, I wouldn't explain shit to a white woman. Like, why are you even there in the first place? To even explain shit to a person who is benefiting from the people who had colonized this whole entire country and has dragged you along with chains. Why are you explaining? I wouldn't be explaining shit. The only thing I say to JR is, and me and JR, we would have an actual conversation, and it will be to the point where it's like, you know what, dude, since you're gonna do all this, and you want to have a mere understanding of why our women are so undisciplined. Why don't you ask the women themselves? Why do you have to have one Asian and one Arab trying to tell a woman how she should act? He wouldn't like me on that show. Believe me, he wouldn't like me on this fucking show. Let's
answer
military. I see how y'all living.
Can I answer you now?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So, Middle East, we have lots of problems, trust me. But one thing we don't have is feminism. We don't have women issues like America does. And I've seen you guys. You guys cannot act like I don't see it. And we talked about it. Here, we don't have that issue of feminism. And I think a lot of American women think that feminism has brought them so much great things. They're so much better than the rest of the world women. But what has it really brought you more than just having ruined marriage, single parents? We don't have these issues in our country. Why?
That's a lie. Rising breakups and divorce in Lebanon mirrors socio-economic changes across the Arab world, according to Arab News. Their root is a globalization transforming most aspects of modern life.
I mean, you're trying to read to me an article about divorces?
Kuwait, 48% of all marriages end in divorce, 40% in Egypt, 37.2% in Jordan, 37% in Qatar, 34% in the UAE and Lebanon.
Okay,
They say
but like I said, we don't have these issues that you guys have.
So that's false.
We don't have the issues that you guys have.
They be kicking
in underage marriage.
They be stoning their women. It's all kind of y'all need to be worried about. You are
we throw stones at our women
that you don't even.
So
you should really be thanking us that you heard.
So this is the thing. So I would agree with her that there are some things that women need to work on. It does not take a rocket science to know that we need to work on things. But I think we're here to try to solve a problem, not to throw stones at each. We both have work to do. Nobody is better than the other one at the end of the day, because I'm sure Marcus can go and look at all the research of the Lebanese and you can say everything about American, because we're gonna. So what's natural is we're gonna defend our own culture because it's ours, right? And it's gonna be a defense. So let's not even do that and just talk about the issues. So when you throw shots will be thrown back, and it may not be a pretty place. So just consider.
Shan, it's not another cultural woman, a woman of different cultures' place to be talking about black problems. Even though she wasn't talking about black problems, I know what she was going through from the get-go. It's like our issues are different from your issues. We don't have the same issues as black people. I already know where she was going. I already know this is the same person that Anton Daniels will just praise upon. He'll praise upon this woman all day and shit on black women, which quite reminds me. Ooh, I'm just belching. Quite reminds me. This idiotic, foolish person. Y'all need to stop with this recording inside your trucks. You really need to do stuff. That's number one. Number two, how dare you say that Umar should debate Anton Daniels? Anton Daniels is a creep, and Anton Daniels is noted to the black community as one. Okay? He has people, he only has people in his inner circle who are black, who has been banished by other black people. So merely in default, and by the way, he doesn't even support his black woman, even though he's married to one. And you want him to debate Umar for what? And then he had the nerve, and then this knucklehead had the nerve to mention in the same breath as he won't debate Anton Daniels. He won't debate Charleston White. I'm not going to even dignify that with a comment. Next person that people are saying that Umar is afraid to debate Candace Owens. I remember when it was on the Looney show that Looney tried to contact Candace Owens. All right. And they were going to set up a debate between Candace Owens and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. Now that would have been a hell of a show on the Looney show. That would have been a hell of a debate, but she declined. So, and then there's Dan Calloway, which we won't definitely get into. So, all four candidates. Why does he have to constantly want to debate people? The only person I want him to debate is Lenon Honor, which Lenon Honor is not a debater. He's not a debater. He's a confronter. He's a jackass. He's a sorry piece of shit. He's all that in a bag of chips. So that's the only person that I want him to debate. But he has already debated a whole bunch of other people. He has debated people in the past, and they couldn't even hold a candle to him. He couldn't even hold his fucking jockstrap. Pause. But now these people are coming out of the woodwork. Debate me, debate me, debate me, debate me. Debate King Randall. Why? Debate Q Butter. Why?
But I will agree with you that we do have a lot of work to do.
I just want to respond to you guys. I never said that Lebanese culture is the best culture. That's not what I said. You guys are pointing that out because I'm Lebanese. I said in America, we have a problem. And you guys wanted to talk about my culture or my race. I said in America, we have a problem. I live in America. I'm here. I'm not in Lebanon. And I see the problem. So I don't know why it turned into a race thing for me, but I didn't point out any certain race. I said America has a problem.
I ain't point out a race either. I said,
I think, but
do y'all disagree? Do y'all disagree with the statement that she?
I would agree. I'd have looked there and say, "Who the fuck is we?" They ain't no we. We have a problem here in the United States. Who the fuck is we? No, we do not. You're the one with the issue. We're fine. We're clear to solve the issues on our own. We don't need infiltrators, ma'am, sir, ma'am.
Right.
No, I agree that.
Okay, so then why not address the statement that she's making to say if it's true or false, as opposed to saying something about her country?
Because it's juxtaposed as a critique about.
That's not true. That's not true.
It is.
No,
I heard
that way. So, for example, if I'm talking to you, like if I'm in a relationship with someone, right, and I'm telling them about something that I don't like about them, their response should not start talking about, well, what you did was that's not a productive conversation, right? So it's important for us to get to the point, which was, do modern women have a choice? That was the question. Most of y'all really didn't answer that question, other than Amira. And so the question was, do they have a choice? And they don't really.
You just need to stop sucking up to people. That wasn't the point. The point was, for me, is that, again, you got too many infiltrators. What happens to freedom fighters, aka activists, in our communities when they pair up with certain women. They get X'd out because those particular people become infiltrators to the enemy. And so they go to the enemy and they tattletale and they tell such and such what this person is doing, what that person is doing, what this person is doing, what that person is doing. What happened to Sam Cooke? I'll wait.
They have a choice because they have literally made it about the fact that they want a perfect man, but they don't want any other responsibility. That man does not exist. That's what we're talking about. And the research on this matter as it relates to feminism has been documented over and over again. I don't know how it's behooves anybody to know that the position of the feminism movement happened in the 1960s, right? We know this. And the sexual liberation movement, women wanted to be able to be thoughts without responsibility. Then you transition to saying, well, we want to have babies without having to be married, so that the government, this is all documented. And then it became a major thing in the Black community for sure. Black women have the hardest time getting married. That is a fact. That has nothing to do.
Bullshit. That's pretty much everybody now. Every in this group nowadays. But since we are focusing on marriage, I don't see it. I don't see it. That's why I go by eye test. I don't go by the internet. I don't go by what everybody else says. Okay? Some of us need to get off the damn computer, laptop, or whatever, and go outside and put on their best outfits on their day off or whatever, on their vacation, and go out and see the world. And if you want, start asking questions. Go to a couple and start asking questions. If you let them, ask them questions. It's like, are you happy in your marriage? If you see a couple and if you see that they're actually together, or their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, ask them questions. I ought to start doing that since I'm talking shit.
We would never know. The issue is that if we're talking about community, anybody that sees and studies a community does not have to be in the community to be able to pinpoint what is going on in the community.
Shaking my head. Some people fall for anything. And in other cultures, they say they have been assaulted. That's what I said earlier. Who's asking for the marriage? Men are that's a good question. That is a good question, Bridge. Give yourself a pat on the back. Don't worry, I'm gonna get that sound system really soon. The people who are asking the marriages the most are the men. The men are asking for the marriages. But again, it's like I said, they don't want to get married just to get married, or they don't want to get married for, you're the love of my life. You're my what they call it, compatible partner. None of that shit. No intimacy. No, love is damn near non-existent. Love is damn near non-existent. It's not even there. We're just there. We're getting married for the purpose of it serving itself through economics. Who does marriage benefit? That's the question. Who does marriage benefit the most? Does it benefit the women the most, or it benefits the men? I say it's the men, because they want to get back to that economic status, and they have to use you to get back to that economic status. Let's continue.
If I liken it to ESPN, there are several sportscasters that have never played, but they're able to give solid commentary on it. So it's important. So it's important for people to have intellectual conversations without being defensive when you're trying to resolve something.
Well, all right, I don't know if you've seen the show the other day, but I was just talking about this, where I generally share this problem with coaches who didn't play. They solutions don't orient from a position of actually having to do something. It's theoretical. So I have an issue with that. So using your ESPN reference, those people don't have the best takes that are accurate for the game. Maybe to a layman or somebody looking from the outside, but somebody that's actually played in the game is going to be different. And there are different nuances that you can perceive that the person who's observing from the outpost cannot understand nor comprehend. So when we are addressing a perspective and you juxtapose it, then I'm going to juxtapose it back and say, okay, well, this is an issue right here. This is an issue here too. So when you say, we don't have that problem, and I say, yes, you do, because I literally saw the shit. How you gonna tell me I'm wrong, dude?
Because she said that feminism is not, because the statement was that feminism is the issue in America. You did not address if feminism is an issue in Lebanon. You didn't say that. That's what the statement was about. So in order to have intellectual integrity, you should stay on what what has been the claim is what I'm saying.
So I have a question.
Okay, do you want me to provide that is growing there?
If you so choose.
Anybody can write an article for something but as a person who is Lebanese, my country is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the whole Middle Eastern world versus what I've seen in the Latin world, because I lived in Colombia too. I lived in London. I lived in many places. And my viewpoint is the Western world, which is Europe and America, have an issue. And I believe that issue is rooted deeply in feminism.
On his first full day in office.
Good evening.
Yeah, I thought I had one. I merely said it, and I merely said it so many times that it's just ridiculous. There's too many infiltrators, too much of this, too much of that. Now, to get to the cream of the crocks and shit, yeah, definitely hit that like button, hit the like, share, subscribe button. Now, like I said, you got a whole bunch. I'm gonna transition to this goofball. Like I said, this is probably going to be it for me for the time being, because, like I said, this is a mere wash, rinse, and repeat, and it's quite shameful. It's quite shameful, and it's quite sickening that we have to get to this point of talking about a mere 50-year-old, 50, who since in his in his home in Utah, not married, secretly married, whatever, with 5 or 6 kids. And Lisa, I don't mean to use you, my dear. Actually, I'll use Bridget. Bridget, if we were married, my dear, instead of going on live every night, I'll be laying it to you like you ain't never been laid before. Not even worried about none of these bums. I would merely be just doing some things to you. But instead, I go online, and I'm going online for 9 hours straight. 9 hours straight. talking about another man for 9 hours straight. I think it would be apropos if you would just pack up your bags and just leave. Just pack up your bags and just leave. If I'm not entertaining you, if I'm not playing with the kids or entertaining the kids or whatever, because most of the kids are grown, then what the hell am I doing in my life? Oh, I'm downstairs in my mama's basement and I'm practically on live for 9 hours. Nine hours, correct. Correct. I'm on live for 9 hours and I have not touched you. I have not touched you. I have not said hi to you. I probably would have said hi or whatever. Like, I'm gonna be downstairs talking about Umar for 5 hours. I've been downstairs talking about Umar for 5 hours. This has been a week straight. A week. Mere week. Count the hours. He wants to count the money. Let's count the hours. You've been talking about the one man. I'm on this bitch for 3 hours. You're on this for 9 hours. 9 hours. Don't believe me. Let me see.
You got some of the best book titles out here I've ever seen. Some of the best African artwork. Some of the best jewelry. Some of the best incense. Some of the best sage. Don't leave.
Over the years, saying he's going to show up and do this, and they send him in advance. He don't show up, and all other kind of drama that he brings. He doesn't get that same type of the same level of requests that he used to get. See, but that's his own fault because he's a scam artist, and he scammed King Randall out of $3,600. He didn't give King Randall the money back, and King Randall exposed him, and that'd been a document as
well. Again, was that a contract? If it was a contract, then why did King Randall send him to court? If it wasn't a contract, then he doesn't have to give the money back. That was what, 8 or 9 months ago? Nigga, please.
Okay. All right, let me go put this ice cream away. Umar is commemorating the 6th anniversary of FMG2 on Instagram. Okay, we'll go and take a look at February of 2025, and you also said August 25th of 2025. Why doesn't he have this on the schedule? Because he's a scam artist and a liar. That's why. So he should be up at the abandoned buildings on the anniversary talking about all the progress, and this is what we're working on right now, and the school's going to open, blah, blah, blah. He ain't even doing that.
You're merely doing any and everything in your power to prove everybody wrong. And this is the sad part about it. If you're merely that obsessed, and he has been shown time and time again, countless times. People have called you out numerous of times. But this is nothing. Excuse me. Woo! Excuse me. People have called you out numerous of times, Leonard. Even I called you out numerous of times. You are afraid to show your cowardly face. Yet you lied, you schemed, you scammed the people. And now you want to put it on somebody else, knowing that you should put it on your fucking self. But you call it help. You call scamming $30,000 to move from one location to the other, and you call that help. But when Umar does something, it's scamming. Nigga, please.
There's also another post here, Tori. I'll go ahead and pull this one up too. Then we'll get into these videos. Happy 6th anniversary to all of our loyal dogs.
So we're just hitting Facebook pages, we're hitting IG pages. We're just doing the same old wash, rinse, and repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, and repeat. If I hated somebody that much, I wouldn't be going through a whole month, a yearly thing talking about a person. I wouldn't do it because that's what the Umar sector used to do. I got fed up, I got tired of it, and I left. And I became a better man after that because no one else talks about anything anymore. Not them. You got people talking about relationships. I'd rather sit and talk about relationships, and because we know we're gonna possibly get something different out of that. But with the Umar sector going back and forth with the whole doxing and all this other shit, it's embarrassing, bruh. It is embarrassing.
Donors, Dr. Umar's 6-year purchase anniversary. That's crazy. It's nuts. How can you celebrate 6 years of ineptitude and there's still no school? 6 years later, that's crazy. Hashtag FDMG Academy, Friday the 7th of February. Again, that was yesterday. We did do a
April. Welcome to the show, April. Welcome to the show, April. How are we doing?
We did a live stream on the anniversary of Umar getting the deed transfer. And let me go ahead and pull that up right now. I think that'd be apropos. So let me go here to, I think it was a PDF. Here it is right here.
I think he's your reporter. Got a couple questions for you. How does one do what he does without sleeping? I can merely do one live stream for an hour or two, go to bed with my wife and sleep like a baby, versus this Negro. Did I say Negro? I meant white man who does a live stream for 9 hours. That must make you feel wet, doesn't it? Does it make you feel wet, doesn't it? Nigga, please.
See, February 6th. This deed made 6th day of February in the year 2019 between K-12 Delaware, RELLC, a Delaware limited liability company party of the first part, and Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey, RBG International Leadership Academy, Inc., a corporation of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania party to the second part. And this is a deed transfer, and the deed transfer is $10. That doesn't mean that it costs $10. But it never was. Umar never disclosed how much he purchased these trap bundles for. It could be the online records that I was able to find was $400,000. It could be much less than that. It could be more than that. But the point is that there's no transparency. He could have got these for $200,000. The point is,
let it go, man. Let it go. Let it go. The fact of the matter is, you're still mad that his father basically embarrassed you right in front of thousands and thousands, almost millions of people. You're mad that because Umar said something one time, that you merely took that one thing that he said to you and you expanded it for decades. And then you got mad when Spottum Shottum asked you a fucking question and you didn't want to answer it in the form of how he answered it, how he asked you. You merely got upset, and you're gonna talk about Umar getting upset at Lloyd Jamal. I debunked that whole Lloyd Jamal video by saying that Lloyd Jamal got upset when Umar did not do what Lloyd Jamal wanted him to do. He's the one that got upset. And for the mere fact that you were an activist your damn self. But you gave up that life. You're the one that gave up the life. You're the one that wanted to be a musician. That failed. You're the one that wanted to be an actor. That failed, or whatever. Then you had the nerve to go after Corey Holcomb. 5150 Nation, Corey Holcomb? You're the one went after Corey Holcomb. Then you're the one that you weren't going to go after Tariq Nasheed. You knew better than that. So who is not going to be able to fight back? You went after Umar. Now, if Umar came after your ass, that possibly would have been a different story. And what the fuck is this shit in the back? What does this dude has? Oh, I get it. So he's basically making fun of the fact that the school has not been opening yet, but yet he has red, black, and green celebration anarchy in the back, along with Cinnabons and all this other stuff. This dude's a straight. This dude is an obsessive prick, and also I hope he sues you too for slander. I hope he does. I said that, and I'll say it forever and ever until he actually does so. I hope he does sue you for slander. And to the Cookie Crush chat that's in my chat right now, you're just as dumb as he is. Dumb, naive, and narcissistic as he is. KKC, I got you. Don't worry, bro. I got you.
Is that Umar stated that he had raised $1 million at the end of 2016. He was at $1 million, and he also has stated that he raises about $125,000 a year.
Dude, it's the same old shit. You keep repeating yourself over and over again. It's the same old video. You just go to the next video. It's the same shit. So what's your fucking point? Just say he's not gonna come out with the school. Bam. We would have went to bed. We would have like, oh, okay, so he's not coming out with school. But you want to collect money. This is your content right here. This is your content regurgitating. I could do that too if I wanted to, but I don't got the strength. I ain't got the strength. I ain't got the time. I don't have the time.
If you guys go from 2014 to the end of 2016, that's 1 million. And you go 2017, 18, 19, 20, and you multiply that 120 for those 4 years, you multiply that by 125,000, that will be 500,000 more dollars. So he should have been sitting on about 1.6 million dollars when he acquired these abandoned buildings.
Can you see him now? Let me know if you can see him.
In Wilmington, Delaware. And after he acquires his abandoned buildings, he should have been sitting on about 1.1, 1.2 million dollars. Where the rest of this money go? That's just to get to 2019. If you continue to add this up over from 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024 at $125,000 a year, you're talking about another $1 million. So he should be sitting on, altogether, he should have raised about 2.1 million.
So so where did all this, you asked, where does all this money come from? So do you believe that Black people have given him all this money from 2014 to 2019? And how much money in what amount of dollars has he basically required? Meaning, is it in fives? Is it tens, 20s, 50s, 100s? 1 week he's receiving like $120, right? And the next week he doesn't receive anything. Then the next week following after that, he might receive $5. he might receive $25. The next week, he might not receive anything. How in the fuck do you know? At one point, they weren't supporting him at all. And this is all in 2019. Well, not 2019, 2015, I'm sorry. 2016, he picks this back up. I don't even know how to explain this shit. I don't. All I know is he had, at the end of the day, he ended up with, he could have ended up with $1 million, but obviously GoFundMe had an issue. Obviously, GoFundMe had an issue, and some of that money was deducted back in 2018/2019, and then finally in 2019 he had over $750,000+, but acquired the buildings for only $400,000, which was a steal. And we're talking about a project that's worth over $13 million. $13 million. This is a trip.
Maybe $2.2 million based upon what he has said, but based upon what me looking at how the trajectory of how much money he had accumulated in a very short period of time to start, and you just expand that out, $2.7 million, somewhere around there. But at the very least, $2 million, $2.2 million. So I just want to be clear about that. If the purchase price is $4 million, Umar at today, he should be sitting on about roughly $1.5 million. Where's the money gone?
Look at the middle, the top middle double window. Y'all see 3 sets of double windows.
This is how obsessive this dude is. He's gonna go back, and this is the reason why Umar needs to just cut it out. Needs to just cut it out and stop giving this man so much fuel. Look.
Elder Gossett, rest in peace.
Yeah, there's a long backstory to this too. But the point I want to make here is that Umar, I'll be remiss to mention, he did start working for the Philadelphia School District in 2001. He did that for about 5.
Look at this. Look at this. This is the reason why he went 9 hours. He has like a documentary and a shockumentary and a documentary and a shockumentary. So I said, I'm done. I am literally done. I'm not mad at him anymore because he's just a fucking troll. I'm mad at his followers at this point. I am so mad at his followers. I can go at his followers all day. It really means nothing to me. But when it comes to this psychotic bastard, look at this shit. He's merely going through. He might as well say the man was born in 1974. When he was a baby, he was lying in. He came out with the school back in 1974.
5 years, he was causing all kinds of problems because I have videos where he talks about that. And at a certain point, his reputation precedes him, and he starts to specialize and he conducts private work for charter schools. That's in 2007. All right, he does that for about 2 or 3 years, and then by the time we get into 2010, going in around 2010, 2011, he's not even functioning. He's not working as a school psychologist or to any professional capacity. That's when he starts to do speaking engagements more and more. Let's go to, we're going to go back and we're going to go to 2005. And there's 2 things that I want us to look into when it comes to 2005, because this is an important year in the Umar Johnson timeline. We'll go 2005, then we're going to go to 2010. Okay, then we'll go to 2014, and then we'll go to 2019. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to pull up this, and it's still online. You guys can look this up yourself. Also, I got the video KKC. I have it. Go Coochie. I don't know. I guess I ain't never seen. He really is Indian Summer. He's
breakfast and lunch and dinner, and they're feasting on their filet mignon, and they're feasting.
And it will prove conclusively that Umar, he does in fact criticize mothers. Not only does he. Next one. That's enough. All right, thanks.
90% are
public. Look, I don't even have to play the rest. This is what it is. This is what he does. I've been wanting to look for this for the longest. I've been wanting to look for this for the longest, but anyway. He's just putting on a timeline for nothing in the world and just merely going a tirade. This is what he does. And you can see it. And you can actually see it. This is just old videos. This is just old videos. Yes, he is obsessed. He is very much obsessed. He seems like a stalker who is obsessed. Yes, I replayed like a whole bunch of clips, and there's plenty more that came from. The man will not stop until he is proven, without the shadow of a doubt that this man is a phony, he's a fake, he's this, he's that, he eats candy bars. Like if I wanted to, I could go to the same. I can go back to the same. I'll just go back to shit. As a matter of fact, I'll just do it right now. I could just go back to the same shit. Go back to the same shit, and this person will tell it all. This person will merely tell it all.
And okay, he went on his little rant with his little cookie cuss chat and talked about me and what is he playing the dozens? No, this man has hundreds of videos about Umar Johnson, and also will kiki with his little chat and talk about me. I've asked him to stop. My husband has emailed him to stop. And this fool keeps on doing it. Because he has nothing new to say, because he keeps regurgitating the same shit over and over again. And another reason is, once again, he's a failed musician with daddy issues. He has no other content besides Umar Johnson. And so Umar Johnson supporters, yes, I have supported Umar Johnson. The school might open, the school might not open. But you know what? The man got a vision. I went down there to help out. The trip paid for itself because I sold enough stuff to pay for the trip. So I'm in the middle of buying a house right now. I'm in the middle of working with my personal trainer right now. I'm in the middle of doing a whole lot of stuff right now. And I ain't got no time for this peanut head man to keep on keying with his little people and his freaking streams. He didn't go live today.
If I could find this woman, this would be a ball. It would be a ball if I could find this woman and we can have the conversation. It would be such a blotch.
But man, yes, Umar Johnson threw a block party. Yes, it was successful. Then y'all all got pissed and want to switch the narrative. Oh no, it's not about a block party. It's about the school opening. Okay, it's about school opening. But that was a gorgeous event on that block party. There was black people getting along. There was music. There was African drums. There was all kinds of stuff. I came home with a couple of items from some of the other vendors. They bought some items off of me. So, like, I don't understand how majority of African Americans in this man's chat room are co-signing him, still continuing to say the same shit over and over and over and over again. Is it about shits and giggles and laughs? But at the end of the day, it's about Lenon's pockets. He doesn't want that school to open because then he has no more revenue. He has nothing to.
The truth will set you free. Isn't that right, Lisa? But I can do this all day, every day. Let's get to the points. Let's get to the points.
No, but I'll tell you what I did do when I was called a liar. My house in Alabama, I'm trying to move by at least the end of November. Like, what the hell, dude? I'm minding my own business for months and months and months. Ain't made a video about your ass, but you still can't. Got to keep my name. You and your damn Cookie Crush chat got to keep my name in y'all mouth. What the fuck, man? Look, I have not went after this guy's mother. I don't care what the fuck it is. He throws them up in like 8 photos that I found on Facebook. 8. So you're not a Pyru blood. Why are you doing that? Like, what? You put yourself on black book. 8. He throws them up in like 8 photos of blood. You know how they call me a liar. So I posted the photo of his dad throwing up gang signs, who's an ex-Pyru member. Pyru blood. You know how you always be talking about his cousins are bloods? Yes. He throws them up in like 8 photos that I found on Facebook. 8. So you're not a Pyru blood. Why are you doing that? Like, what? You put yourself on blast. Then the sister, I sit there and put posters of her up because she is a member of a motorcycle club. And then anti-Afro Spengali stupid ass is going to go over there and talk about, oh, these are very popular clubs and they do things for community and there's nothing wrong with being a part of them.
But it's wrong for but it's wrong for Umar to raise money for a school. Get the fuck out of here. Like I said, I can regurgitate these things all day. I could go hardcore to the paint if I wanted to and get more people in the chat. But I don't want to do that because I'm fucking bored. I'm not mad at him. He's weird. He's psycho. He's psycho. Very psycho. I'm mad at his followers. I'm going to do the very best I can to piss off his followers. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do everything in my hardcore being, and I already know the one person I need to go after. The one person. And I'm not going to tell you who it is. Just stay down.
Man, she's a member of a biker gang. Come on. She likes to hang out there. She likes to hang out there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But fuck, don't lie about it. And don't say I lied about it when the proof is right there. And so when I put these photos up on my Facebook page, then he gonna try to flag and get my damn Facebook canceled, which never worked. But he does the same shit as Umar Johnson. He begs online. This is what pays him. He begged to move from him in California to Jordan fucking Utah. And why do you care about a man that is in fucking Delaware and Philadelphia and you're in fucking Jordan, Utah with 5 kids? And what woman sits there who you're not really married to legally, your soul wife, sits there and lets you freaking bitch and about Umar Johnson for 3 fucking hours every Friday and goddamn Saturday? When are you with your kids? If you work all goddamn week and say you almost full time during the winter and the fall, go spend time with your fucking kids. You know, then he tried the manhood videos. They didn't get no traction. Then he tried to do family videos. That shit didn't get no friction. Then the only thing that got him friction was using Umar Johnson's name or Dr. Umar Johnson's name, if you want to be technical, because now he done dropped the degrees and he ain't got shit to say. I thought definitely he was going to do a freaking stream today after Umar dropped them degrees. Nope, quiet as a church mouse.
I'm going to take this. I'm going to clip it. And I'm going to clip it to my energy is content. Because I'm content and intent to mess up this dude's career. Not him, everybody else. Because it seems to me that you want to regurgitate too. I'm talking about KKC. He wants to regurgitate the same talking points. And he wants to pull up all the information that's Googleable. So, And he wants to say that the school is not owned by him. If it's not owned by him, who is it owned by? If he has the deed, if he has the documents, if he has the blueprint, who is it owned by? Deed, document, blueprint. Who is it owned by? That makes no sense. What about the taxes? What about the taxes? You gonna give him money for taxes? Hey, Lisa. Lisa. I know you haven't seen this one, but hold on. I got a surprise for you.
So you need to figure out what you gonna do. But my husband has emailed you and I have emailed you. I don't need to be in your little chat or your little show. I'm about to run 2 fucking tax offices and run my own businesses, and I gotta move. So I ain't got no time for this bullshit. Okay? Yes, I went to Delaware. Yes, I went to the block party. Yes, I went there the August before when I toured the campus for the first time. I got money in order to do that, darling. I clear what I clear. And you talking about the money you, honey, please, it won't even it ain't even a third of my income. So you need to check yourself. This is crazy, man. I ain't been made no video about this nigga in a long ass time. Then he gonna lie in a fucking member video talking about I went after his mother. I don't even know his mother's name. It's fucking crazy. I'm so sick of this shit. And I wish he would have went live tonight. And he be seeing my comments. He knows damn well he fucking lying. Yeah, next time y'all in his damn chat, you sit there and you ask him, oh, how did she go after your mother? He can't fucking say because I haven't. I don't even know the lady name. Yeah, one of your members sent me the damn video. I ain't gonna say who sent it, but one of them sent me the video, and I'm glad they did. Don't be I mean, I've owned up to what I did. Yes, I said shit about your kids. Yes, I sent you an email and apologized. You don't want to accept the apology? I'm sorry. There ain't shit else I could do. I'm not gonna kiss your ass. But you sitting there begging online, you're begging for people to move, you beg for people with that cancer scare about your son when you pocketed the money because freaking Medicaid paid for all of his damn medical costs and you pocketed the money. So once it was 10 to 12 grand to move, then you got the 8 to 10 grand about the medical bills. Yeah, you showed us freaking whiteboard about what the medical bills add up to. You didn't show no receipts or no canceled checks that you paid them. So you are a beggar, just like Umar Johnson. And before you got this little job in Jordan, Utah, your ass didn't work for 2 decades in California. So how did you live? No, your wife was on fucking Section 8. That's why you're not legally married. And then y'all split the fucking kids to get double fucking tax refunds. I know this ain't my first rodeo. I know what the fuck you did. Anyway, anybody with common sense would know you're not legally married to your wife for a reason. Why ain't you legally married to her, Lenon? Can you answer that question? Why is she your soul wife? Why ain't she your real wife? Can we see? You want Umar Johnson's degrees? Can we get your marriage certificate? No, we cannot because you're not legally fucking married. Stop faking it until you make it. And then you're at this online fucking college, Ashford University. Y'all look up Ashford University. They barely holding on to a fucking accreditation.
Okay, we've seen this already. This is my point. This is my point. I can go at this all day long, and I got better videos. Yes, that is fraud. That is fraud. Because, like I said, the man asked for. I mean, he couldn't even keep. It was proven that he couldn't even keep a job. All right. Then his wife had to go ahead and do all the supporting and whatever because he was trying different ventures. Obviously, it didn't work. I mean, he tried doing the whole Umar route. Didn't work. And so he's this, he wanted to be a Hebrew Israelite. Didn't work. And he lived in LA. In LA, you know, I'm not saying that LA's bad, but I guess to him back then, LA was bad enough for him to move from one location to another. But did he do that the you know, getting out the mud way? No. He did a GoFundMe and collected $20,000+ to move from LA to Utah. Because he was sick of black people. But I just wanted to show you, Lisa, before I depart us. I just wanted to show you this before I depart this. You may have seen this. Then again, you may have not.
This is doing everything and anything but shout to the heavens. What are you
Let me
doing?
say this. Let me say this. I find it rather interesting that my detractors and frenemies tried to reduce my contribution to African history and the liberation struggle to whether or not I opened the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. You are absolutely right, my brother. And we're going to go to midnight. I'm going to take you to midnight, King. 30 more minutes. You are absolutely right that we will open the school. But let me say this. If I never opened the school, there's 5 things that I'm going down in history for. If I never open the school, I am the first psychologist in the history of this country to make sure damn near every black parent in this country, more than any psychologist ever, understands the education system and how to beat it, the special education system and how to beat it, the psychiatric medication system and how to beat it, the ADHD and disruptive behavior disorder system and how to beat it. I am a household name amongst black parents and white educators because of the work I've done saving our children. No psychologist has ever influenced the way black parents raise their children, deal with the mental health system, or deal with the education system like Dr. Umar Ifatunde. I'm going down in history as the most influential black school psychologist in the history of this country. Undeniable, undisputable. That's number 1. Number 2, I have raised more black youth to black consciousness in the world. Remember, I'm not local, I'm global. Everybody else is local. I'm global.
Yes.
Okay. I speak more out the country than they speak in the country. Nobody has taken more black youth to consciousness globally than I have. And I would attach to that I'm responsible for influencing more black women to wear their natural hair than any black scholar in the history of this country, except for maybe the most honorable Marcus Messiah Ball. There's not a continent you can go where you don't find black youth who were woke up to consciousness by me, or black women who return to their natural hair because of me. That's 2. Number 3. I have forced black consciousness and Pan-Africanism into the center of mainstream discussion about the black reality. No one has forced black consciousness from the grassroots into the mainstream conversation. I'm the only scholar you know who has ever been on the Breakfast Club, ever, and got 1 million views in less than 24 hours. Nobody else has done that except me. I'm the only one who has ever done it. I am the first scholar to be as popular as an entertainer, and I'm not an entertainer. I'm the first scholar to be as popular as an athlete, and I'm not an athlete. No scholar ever has received the type of reception I get around the world from African people. When white folks see me, they think I'm an athlete. He must be an actor. He must be an athlete, a rapper or something. Because when I'm on that airplane and every black person walking on the airplane is stopping and taking pictures, including the black stewardess, including the black captain, white folks are like, who is this guy? And they come over to me, are you an athlete? No, I'm not. Are you an...
Oh, mind you, this is the same thing with Lenon Honor would say. Well, he was looking up a stewardess dress. He was taking his phone and he was going like this. Just obsessed. This is some obsessive shit. But you got the nerve to come in my comment section with your bare built looking asses. Got the nerve to say that I'm a stalker. Of who and what? Nigga, it's damn near. I got 20 more minutes. I'm doing 20 more minutes of this. I'm going to fucking bed. Fuck it. I don't need 300, 400, 500, 600 in the chat. It's the same. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. And how you people go about it, listening. I mean, truth be told, some of your, truth be told, some of you are, this is how your cookie crush crackhead, I call them criminal crackhead crying babies, cookie crush crackhead crybabies. This is what I call it. Some of you are mad at the fact that Umar basically crushed your hopes and dreams of becoming a fraud or whatever, an American or whatever you call that shit. I can't even think of the top of my dome right now, but it has something to do with being an American, having that American dream of being under government. You want to be under government so bad. But when someone puts a mirror to your freaking face, like Umar or anybody, you did this to Martin Luther King too. You did this to Malcolm X, right? When he told you, when he crushed your hopes and dreams of having that American dream, where there's no such thing as an American dream. If that's the case, everybody will get the American dream, the American experience. You know what that American experience is? Having 40 acres and a mule and $100. 40 acres and a mule and $100. That's the American dream. A mere mountain of gold. Everybody will be making the same amount of money. But guess what? Not everybody makes the same amount of money. Not everybody is qualified, quote unquote, qualified for that special job, to be a carpenter, to be a nuclear physicist, to be a doctor or lawyer or whatever, to get that $32 an hour job. Not everybody is going to be qualified. And even if you were qualified, you will be considered overqualified. Once you get your degree, you will be considered overqualified, or mainly they just don't want to flat out hire you. They don't flat out hire you because you're not one of us, or I mean, they won't say it to your face, but you get those ones that will say, "Oh, we rather stick to our own." Well, what does that mean? You have to solicit yourself each and every single time. Trust, I know. And you solicit to yourself, and people get angry and enraged, and you can't really do anything because number one, you don't have a job. Number two, they're gonna just necessarily call the cops and get you arrested, and you're just trying to look for a fucking job. But most black folks want to grasp that American dream, and once they finally get a piece, and then they look at you and go, They just look at you up and down and say, what the hell are you doing? You know? They criticize you for you not having the American dream. Not everybody gets that American dream. Only very few qualify for it. Very few qualify for it. Dr. Umar, hate him or no, is merely doing the exact same thing, only in this timeline. You would never listen to Neely Fuller. Most of you would never listen to Neely Fuller, may he rest in power. Most of you would never listen to a Dr. Khalil Muhammad, may he rest in power. Most of you were so afraid of listening to a Dr. Frances Quest Wilson, and she's a female. And most of you say, what? I'll never listen to a female. What does a female have for me? I'm a man. Shut the fuck up. You ain't no man. That's Anton Daniels talk. I'm a man. I'll never listen to a woman. Fuck you. The only reason why you ain't suffering is because you have all those contacts. And what happens? One day, it only takes one day. You already lost the restaurant. And we want to see brothers strive, right? We want to see brothers strive. And we want to see brothers get it. But how you go about getting it, and of course, you have no problems with communicating with the brothers. But when it comes to the sisters, it's like you want to finish with Kevin Samuels style. Everybody is getting on Kevin Samuels. The man has been in 2 marriages and 2 divorces. And you have the nerve to criticize Umar for not getting married. What does marriage? I'm starting to question, what does marriage mean to you? Bridget, what does marriage mean to you? Lisa, you're married. What does marriage? I mean, I don't have to say it. I don't have to say it to you because you've been in your marriage for how long? You've been in your marriage for how long?
Entertainer? No, I'm not. No, I'm a doctor of clinical psychology. Wow. Well, why does everybody? Because I'm a revolutionary freedom fighter for my people. No freedom fighter in our history gets the reception that I got. Not globally. You've never seen.
Can any of y'all reach 10? You want to get married? Can any of y'all reach 10? If you reach 10 years, that's the beginning part of your life. Sorry to say, when you get married, that's just, if you get married and you stick to that marriage for 10 years, that's just the beginning part of your life. You know why? Because they usually say it takes a lifetime to know your partner. So when you reach 10 years, that's a part of your life. You have to be a team. Love. You have to be a team, love. You have to be a team. And most of you do I'm sorry to say, most of you brothers do that individualism thing. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Now it might work for some Muslim brothers, because some certain Muslim brothers believe in, polygamy, being married to one wife, and that's fine. He has the money to do it. But guess what? Is he in love or is he in lust? How can a man be in lust if he's married? Again, How can a man be in lust if he's married? Please answer me that. Let's continue. Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. Give me some tips.
Now, I have the benefit of social media. And because I have the benefit of social media, I don't compare myself to my great ancestors on whose shoulders I stand. Because had Malcolm had social media, had King had social media, had George and Jonathan Jackson had social media, had Fred Hampton had social media, they would be even greater than I am. So I'm not comparing myself to them, but I am comparing myself to my contemporaries. They can't touch this with a 5-foot pole. I have more 1 million view videos than everybody else in the conscious community put together.
And you don't even have a YouTube page.
And I don't even have a YouTube page. I'm the biggest name on YouTube. I don't have a YouTube page. I was the biggest name on TikTok, and I didn't have a TikTok page until last month. If that doesn't show you my influence, I don't even have to self-promote. This interview we doing right now gonna be taken and shared 1 million times by the morning.
I'm not really worried about all that. I'm just worried about the
Absolutely
message and
not.
how to
But just
get out.
speaking to the impact and the influence. Let's go to FDMG.
Yes, sir.
We're not even open yet. And we've already made history. First of all, we're the largest independent Black school campus in the country. We're the only independent school with 2 real schools, not a church, not a basement, not a storefront, not your house. Real school buildings. We're the only one with 2.
By the way, that was a shot at, that was a shot at Q Butter. That was a shot at Q Butter. Let's continue.
We're the largest, and not only that, except for the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, except for the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, we're the only school in the history of this country, that was purchased, renovated, and operated with donations from African people from all over the world. Every continent has contributed to the FDMG Academy. We get as many donations from continental Africans as we get from American Africans. We get as many donations from Africans in Europe, in Asia, in the Caribbean as we get from American Africans. You've never seen it. Maybe Garvey, but nobody else. Me and Garvey.
I should have chopped my hair down when I had the opportunity to do it. Hey, forgive me for the iron in the background.
When it comes to a school that was built by Africans from all over the world. So
but why donations? But why donations, sir? Why donations? Why can't you just go to a bank? Why can't you just go to a bank and get the money from the bank and everything and blah 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 blah? Well, maybe just maybe he doesn't want to be responsible for white money.
Not only that, that's correct, but let's go deeper, my brother.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I don't need the bank because I'm so loved by my people. I'm so loved by my people that they said, Doc, you don't need the bank. We got you. We got you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know? I was talking to somebody the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said they didn't know about me. There's people who don't know me. So I remain humble. And they said, you open up a school? I said, yeah. They said, how you getting the funding? I said, from the people. This the other day. I said, from the people. They said, what do you mean from the people? I said, I asked the Black community worldwide, the African family, to help me raise the money to open up a school to educate Black children.
Mm-hmm.
They said, you don't have no corporate sponsors? I said, no. They said, you don't have no government grants? I said, no. You don't have no celebrity backing? I said, no. They said, so how do you think you're going to buy the school? I said, excuse me, we already bought the school. $13 million campus. And we bought it for pennies on the dollar. We already.
I am so thankful. I am. I really am. I'm so thankful that it's like I don't even need I don't need to prove anything. Now I would be grateful. It would be graceful if I had one last thing. I have so many questions for the brother, and so many inquiries. I I'm telling you, you just don't know how blessed I am to doing not one, but two. I didn't even want to show the second one because the second one was so sloppy, in my opinion. I was, you know how when you see your famous celebrity, you start having butterflies in your stomach. I kind of like botched on. To me, it's like I did the damn thing. Just let it go. Just let it go. You did the damn thing. So it's like, and then people started saying, well, you got connections. Give me some connections. Give me some connections to Dr. Umar. Give me some connections. I ain't got no connections. I don't know that dude. I merely asked because he throws his number around randomly everywhere. All you had to do was just call his number. And boom, you got yourself an interview. As of everybody else that done did it. But it was the people in the Umar sector, and I'm not pinning flowers, but it was merely people in the Umar sector, right, that said that they were asking to review, but they don't, do they know? They didn't know, and they didn't realize that at that time, he doesn't do it anymore because he can care less about YouTube. The one thing that he did at that time was he had already knew. He already knew about these people who were trying to get him to get interviewed. And most of them weren't required in his eyes. But when I asked, I said, I told D. Darrell, like, look, it may work. Then again, it may not work. So I texted him. I said, like the interview, sir. It's like, I'm a big fan of your work. You know, whoopie whoopie woo. And he said, set it up. I'm like, you serious? He said, set it up. It's just going to be you, though. It's just going to be you. If I see anybody else, I'm bailing. I'm like, cool. Let it happen. That Wednesday, it was a Wednesday. I remember it. It was a Wednesday night. Around, I would say 8 o'clock. I would say around 8 o'clock. It fucking happened. It fucking happened. It fucking happened. Now, I've seen the man I've seen the man 3 times. I've seen the man about 3 times. I interviewed him twice. It's like, I don't really nothing to prove. Now, the people who know him best know him better than me. They see him damn near all the time, right? And that's why they're helping him out with this project. When he's away, it's like they're in silent, but when he comes back to Wilmington, Delaware, they're right there. They're literally right there. Now, people can believe what they want to believe, but I'm telling you, including Lenon Honor. They can believe what they want to believe. They can look up any type of information they want to look up, but this is not a guarantee. This is just a, hey, look, just look for it to open whenever he wants to open it. Why would he, per se, open up the school, fix it to its capacity, damn near paint it up to look beautiful? I mean, the inside, it looks nice. It could look nicer, but it looks nice nevertheless. We all seen it. We all seen the insides of it. But yet, Lenon, he does not want Umar to succeed. He does not want Ifa Tunde to succeed. And he is willing to do any and everything to sabotage this man. and it'll be all on y'all. All on your crackhead crush chat. Crackhead crush chat. This will be on y'all. And if he doesn't come out with the school and he starts selling, and if he sells it, top dollar, goes to Africa, oh well. I'll have a smile on my face. But let's continue a little bit down the road.
You got that. And we're going to be open by the end of the year, beginning of the next year, with all black money. No white loans, no bank.
Now, the one thing he does regret is coming up with these dates because of a delay of some sort. But let's continue.
Loans, no government grants, no corporate handouts. No other black school in this country can lay claim to that now or historically, except for Garvey. We in the class all by ourselves.
Just thought I'd show you a little something. Just thought I'd show you a little something. It's like, you really have advocated and you're advocated to a loser that basically bombed an entire country. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to talk about that. I wasn't supposed to be talking about your fearless leader, Donald Trump. I wasn't supposed to talk about your fearless leader, Donald Trump. One last thing. People are getting so bold nowadays that they're coming out with rocket launchers. I'm dead ass. I am dead ass. This is no joke. These two were going, I seen a video, it was a IG video of a guy who was about to get robbed by two individuals. They came to his parking lot, right? Was going to rob him because he was outside doing whatever. And the next thing you know, he runs and gets an RBG, a rocket launcher, and was about to fire that bitch. You got to, what? First of all, where do you get a rocket launcher from? Second of all, I think that's a little bit obsessive, overzealous, right? That's a little bit overzealous. Bruh, you're doing a little bit too much, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, you're doing a little too much. But then again, I understand. Because the next thing you know, these dudes were shitting in their pants so much that they skidded up the block. If that were me, I probably would have fired. No, I wouldn't, because you got kids around. Number one, you got to think kids are in the area, right? You got to think about the kids, whether it be inside the house or they're outside the house. So let's just say the rocket launcher like hits its target, but then, hits everything else, right? I'll definitely have to send you that, Lisa. I'll definitely have to send it to you if I see it. If I see it on IG, I'll definitely have to send it to you. But I am not lying, ladies and gentlemen. The man came out with a goddamn rocket launcher. Was going to fire, but he ended up scaring them all. This this world is about to end when you come out with a rocket launcher defending yourself. Peekaboo. I'm out this one. I'm out of here. I'll definitely be back tomorrow. Something a little fun, something a little Christian, a Christian type like show. So I'm gonna come up suited and booted. All right, I'm gonna come up suited and booted. Y'all come up and enjoy the show. Y'all come up and enjoy the show. I'm gonna do a reaction to Geno Jenkins. I laugh because he is so much similar to my wife's pastor. He is so similar. But you'll find out. You'll find out soon enough. You will definitely find out soon enough. Lisa, strap on. Strap on to your boots. Lace your boots and strap them up real tight. Cause this is gonna be a reactionary video. I'm just gonna do my commentary, do my reaction, and then that'll be that. This is something fun. This is something fun for what? We-On-Loc Nation. Signing off. Peace.